Yeah, let me ask you this though, Gary. Not enough in my mind is made of this. This team, they win the Super Bowl in 2007. They get off to an 11-1 start the next year. And then Plaxico shoots himself in the foot. And this team has not been the same team since. How much of an impact did that have on this team? I mean, you could trace it right back to that when it all started to go downhill.
You know, I have the pleasure to listen to you every day. You know, I'm a sales rep, and I listen to you every day.
Well, I thank you.
And you do a great job.
Thank you.
The thing about it, I think that he was one of the leaders on the team. And I think that, you know, when your leader goes off, I think it just really it's just like when you fill a bathtub up with water and then you pull the plug and then all the water goes out and it's empty. And I think it just emptied the Giant team.
You really thought that he was a leader in the locker room, though?
Well, he was.
Because all we heard, did you ever hear that? All we heard, he was a bad locker room guy.
But see, there's a problem right there.
Yeah.
Is that what you heard?
Yeah,
That's not what, when every time you had somebody on the show, they always said the guy was a good guy.
Yeah,
but no, but you always formulated your opinion based on what you heard, not what you knew.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
but the thing is,
that was the problem. But everybody that came on the show that you asked, you know, they always said that Plax was a good guy, and Plax was a good guy. He may come in late.
One thing I'll say to that is no one's going to come on the radio airwaves and slam the guy.
But that's why. Well, you know what? I used to go on the radio, and I used to say whatever I wanted. I used to go on television. I used to say everything.
Different world now, though, with the PR staff. So it's a different world than it was back in the day.
You know, these guys are making so much money. They're not going to lose any money because they say something negative on TV or radio.
Okay. All right. I mean, I never thought he was a good locker room guy.
Well, I mean, I will say this though. I never looked at Plaxico as a good locker room guy, but I do agree with Gary said from this aspect. I don't think that he was disliked by the players. I don't think
he really
that.
wasn't disliked. No, I mean, he
produced.
Well, that's it.
And I'm gonna tell you where
he did produce.
I'm gonna tell you where he gained the respect of myself. You know, I didn't particularly like some of the antics that I knew about, but the one thing, the guy was hurt. And every week
he did play hurt that year, the championship year, especially that Packer championship game.
Right.
And he was tremendous in that game.
He made all the tough catches, and that's what I said to myself. I said, man, this guy's a player, and that's what you want. You don't want guys to play well to play well on the practice field, you know, and then on Sunday not show up. Yeah. You know, I mean, you know, I heard somebody make a comment yesterday. Well, Braylon makes all the catches in practice. Well, hell, he drops all the big ones in the games.
The layups.
So right. It doesn't matter. You know, so you got to make the plays when you're supposed to make the plays.